Welcome back, everyone. This afternoon, we have Mr. Nikolaus Turner, Managing Director of Foundation Lindau Nobel Laureate Meetings, as well as Ms. Ruth Wetzlar, Managing Director of the Heidelberg Laureate Forum Foundation, to share more about the profound inspiration their respectful platforms provide, as well as the lasting impact on young scientists. Mr. Turner and Ms. Wetzlar, please.
This is a really special meeting. It's all about interactions between students and the 35 Nobel laureates, but also among students.
There are now people from 90 countries. Can you imagine? 600 young talents.
This is an incredible experience. I had the chance to meet a lot of Nobel laureates that I admire a lot, but also I met incredible young scientists from all over the world.
The Lindau meeting is not actually for the Nobel laureate. It's mainly for young people to excite them about science.
The laureates like to see the new young ideas coming up, and I think the younger people want to find out, do we have some secret sauce? Which of course we don't.
Being here at Lindau is an exciting thing. Everyone here could be a potential future mentor, colleagues and friends.
You basically can come to anyone and talk. So which is like super different from scientific conferences. Here is like everyone is so open and we can discuss any topics, like not just our science.
You can learn about all the people across the world who are thinking about problems related to what you're doing, and you can use the talent of the world to solve your problem rather than the little silo group that you're used to working in.
Collaboration in chemistry is extremely important because collectively you know more. Just to be able to be near other ideas and other scientists is really important.
Apart from this meeting, it's very difficult to interact with such different creative minds. Idea hits you at some point, you never know it's going to change your life. So Lindau is a life-changing experience.
The beautiful city of Lindau here, and then this superb program. It's absolutely well organized, it's fantastic.
I'm an incredibly curious person, and although I don't understand most of the stuff that's being talked about here, I always learn new perspectives on the world, which help me shape my thinking about where this world is heading.
What I see here is talented young people having the time of their lives and getting to know each other, all in the name of science, and we need more of that to move our world forward.
It's like a festival for me. Actually, it's my first conference overseas, so it put a high standards for me.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I hope the saying that a picture tells more than 1,000 words helps already with introducing the Lindau Nobel Laureate meetings and gets you interested and inspired to apply and to join us in Lindau in the future. So I'm happy to be here, and as you will see during the talk of Ruth Wetzlar and myself and attending at GYSS, Lindau is, so to say, the role model for some of the activities around the world, and I want to go a bit deeper into it to give you some more information. So you have to experience the special atmosphere of the Lindau meetings, the Lindau spirit, to understand it. Is it due to the unique combination of scientifically focused and at the same time relaxed informal exchange? Or is it perhaps down to the meeting's place special magic, Lindau and Mainau, two islands, and Bertil will comment afterwards, one being mainly Bavarian, the other mainly Swedish, and I come back to it later on, both with rich traditions and breathtaking panoramas. Or is it simply that there is nowhere else in the world where you can meet so many Nobel laureates for a picnic? So around 30 plus Nobel laureates and 600 young scientists from all over the world convene every year in Lindau. Every 5th year, there's an interdisciplinary meeting, and anniversaries, the number is even higher, as you can see here. Otherwise, the meetings are devoted alternately to physics, chemistry, or medicine and economics. And one laureate that you've just heard earlier today keeps saying that he is not only coming to be teaching others, but to learn and to be taught. And I think that's, of course, a quote that we like because it shows that it's both sides. It's not a one-way direction. And one of our Lindau alumna, a young scientist from India, her interpretation of the Lindau spirit: connect, interact during 5 days only, but the bond stays forever. You share happy endeavors and heartbreaking failures. They are on the same boat as you. And that was her experience when she attended Lindau. So the city of Lindau is proud to welcome the Lindau Nobel Laureate meetings every year. The meetings would be inconceivable without the energy and commitment of the Bernadotte family. Count Leonard Bernadotte was appointed honorary patron as early as in 1951. The Count's family has chaired the council from the very beginning, and today its daughter, Countess Bettina, you can see her on the picture on the right side, welcomes the guests from all over the world. Prominent guests and participants, among others, Klaus Tschira, and you will hear about the co-founder of SAP, the German software company, the internationally but Germany based software company, and and his crucial role for not only Lindau but the Heidelberg Laureate forums. And you can also see here, you can see Klaus Tschira and some interactions of Nobel laureate Oliver Smithies and the young scientists. They have fun, as we can see. The Nobel laureates' research achievements represent the most important scientific accomplishments of our time. Without them, there would be no antibiotics, no powerful computers. Indeed, we would still be in the dark about our own origins and those of the universe. It's with great enthusiasm that the Nobel laureates pass this fundamental knowledge and passion for basic research on to the next generation in Lindau. If I've seen further, it's by standing on the shoulders of giants. It's a saying by Sir Isaac Newton. And who said that learning should not be fun? Nobel laureates are and can be called the rock stars of science. And quite a few also have a corresponding stage present. And you can see the same over here in Singapore. Today, science goes hand in hand with communication. And we just heard it on the panel earlier. Be it in teaching for the general public or in the sense of a consulting experts. Whoever inspires his or her audience can convince them. Just like Bill Phillips and the coolest stuff in the universe that you can see here. Numerous laureates have taken unusual and sometimes rocky paths in life. Many have struggled with battles for their research for years. Even at the start, subsequent successes were nowhere in sight. One of the Lindau's most important tasks is to pass on this experience, to have the courage to ask the most difficult scientific questions, and to develop the stamina that lies behind every great research achievement. Surely there is no better way to discuss these things than during a stroll in the park. The relationship between science and society has always played a pivotal role in Lindau. As early as in 1955, the assembled scientists took a clear position in the Mainau Declaration against the use of nuclear weapons. They did so again with the second Mainau Declaration to combat climate change, and more recently with the Lindau Guidelines for a new, open, global and sustainable understanding of science. Lindau lies in Lake Constance. It's the tip of Bavaria, next door to Austria and Switzerland, and separated from Italy only by the Alps. This is the reason why a special lifestyle is cultivated on the Bavarian Riviera, a Bavarian global Mediterranean style. The Lindau meetings take place in June, July, too early for Oktoberfest. However, the Bavarian evening offers sample opportunity to show off lederhosen and a dirndl, as you can see here. Of course, this applies to the Nobel laureates as well. In Lindau, a great deal of attention is paid to exchange and networking across generations, disciplines, nationalities, and religions. After all, scientists from over 100 countries come together at the meetings. It's a wonderful opportunity to develop new ideas, collaborations, projects, and solutions together, which can be used to address challenges of the future. It is also a great source for lifelong and global networks that enrich not only professionally, but also personally. And the meeting could hardly be more diverse. Every year, young scientists come to Lindau from almost every corner of the Earth. This is made possible by a sophisticated selection process in which the best students from each country are chosen and invited. The enthusiastic participants of the meetings then motivate the next ones to apply for the rare places in Lindau. This is another way of creating vulnerable networks for the future. The network of international academic partners is of paramount importance for the excellence of the participants and thus the success of the meetings. Universities, research institutions, and academies, and occasionally foundations and ministries, as well as Nobel laureates, nominate many thousands of candidates every year. Only the best are selected. The most colorful day of the week in Lindau is without a doubt the International Day. Every year, a different host country presents itself and helps to shape the day scientifically, culturally, and from a cultural culinary perspective. It may be only a week, but it can shape one's whole life. The enthusiasm with which participants rave about Lindau, even many years later, led to the establishment of an alumni network through many thousands of past attendees are now connected. They benefit from their own online community, special webinars, local events, and special projects, such as the Lindau Online Sciathon, which was invented in Lindau in 2020. It's not exactly easy to take part in the Lindau meetings. You have to be one of the very best young scientists in the world, a Nobel laureate, or a substantial donor. Alternatively, you can browse through the Lindau Media Library, where you will find around 700 lectures for more than 70 years of meetings. For those who prefer it short and sharp, their materials they also have access to 100 mini lectures. In addition, there are extensive materials for use in school lessons with specially prepared materials tailored to the curriculum. Special highlights include the Nobel Labs 360, in which you can virtually visit Nobel laureates' laboratories. After the Second World War, two Lindau doctors came up with the daring idea of setting up a conference with Nobel laureates from all over the world. Their aim was to reintegrate German science into the international research community. They asked Count Leonard Bernadotte for support, who proved to be an ideal partner due to his close tie to his relatives, the Swedish royal family. In these years, and now you see Sweden, in these years following the premiere in 1951, students were included, and from the 1960s onwards it became more international and more professional. Relations to Stockholm with the royal family, the awarding institutions, and the Nobel Foundation have played a decisive role since the meetings were founded. Count Leonard Bernadotte, a grandson of later King Gustav V, who awarded the first Nobel Prizes in 1901, took decisions at an early stage to ensure a close cooperation. The fruits of this are evident in Stockholm's participation in the Lindau committees and also in joint projects such as the exhibition Sketches of Science, which has already been shown twice in the Nobel Prize Museum in Stockholm and once at the Singapore Science Center. And here you can see the connection between Lindau and Singapore. Needless to mention the close links between Singapore with the National Research Foundation and GYSS. There are also very close links with the Heidelberg Laureate Forum, from which Lindau is the role model. So Ruth Wetzlar will give you more details in a second, I guess. Thank you for your attention. And we appreciate the cooperation with GYSS not only as Lindau, as we also are an inspiration for our honorary senator and your founder of the GYSS, former President Tony Tan. So far for a brief tour around the Lindau Nobel Laureate meetings. Thank you for your attention. And Ruth, the floor is yours.